Hi friends, it's your pal Scott Garibay, and today we're going to do a channel specific video. I want to talk about feeding the beast and always on culture, and why are you here, and why do you comment the way you do? All right, let's jump into it. So I was watching, so I got fed a video. I'm subscribed to Tabletop Minions. So I am in, so actually I'm a dungeon master, right? So for decades, I was into minis, right? Now what's interesting is I actually always used a very small amount of miniatures, and I would use representative miniatures. But I know a lot of people, but if you're a dungeon master, if you're a Dungeons and Dragons player, you're not going to get real far before you're running into the issue of miniatures, right? And so Tabletop Miniatures guy, he's really a 40K guy, and he covered, but it's miniatures and paints, and for decades miniatures were a part of Dungeons and Dragons. I don't think they are anymore. If you're using 28 millimeter miniatures, you don't know what you're doing. We switched over, like the absolute pinnacle of miniature representation for Dungeons and Dragons is switch over to Lego. That happened the moment the Lego Dungeons and Dragons Red Dragon's Tail set came out. There's absolutely no reason to use 28 millimeter. But I'm still subscribed to this guy, and the reason why is he is very passionate about it. He covers it extremely well, and I love Warhammer 40K. I absolutely love Warhammer 40K. So he comes on and he's like, "Hey everybody, I'm sorry, I hate doing videos like this, but I have to," right? And so what was his video that he hated doing that he had to? He had to tell me that his mom had a physical ailment. And I'm like, I don't, you don't want to tell me, and I don't want to know, right? Like, but the reason why he had to say this, he definitely had to say this, right, was parasocial relationships. So So I have a parasocial relationship with this gentleman. I trust and believe. I did not wake up today and say, I'd really like to know the physical state of Tabletop Minion's mom. Like, I didn't want to know that, right? But the reality is, feed the beast, always on culture. If you have a YouTube channel, you want it to grow, right? And because YouTube is this incredibly important, world-changing thing, right? Like, I can't explain. Like, wait. So I realized when I was in college, and I was like, oh my gosh, I want to write a book. I want to be a famous author, right? And I failed at that. I wrote 2 books. Nobody read them. And I wrote some other things as well. I did a lot of writing, right? And you don't understand this, but this is my writing. This channel is what I write, right? And I believe that the novel is an antiquated information vector, right? And that what I'm doing today, being able to talk to people multiple times a day, you can't, like, this is the ultimate in a writer writing and then immediately giving it to the reader, right? Like, and you're like, reader? It's a tale for a different, but this is my writing, right? And so basically, if you're a YouTube creator, you have got to feed the beast. You are always, always, always feeding the beast, right? And the reason why is there's just so, this is basically, YouTube was like, hey, do you want a global platform? Great, here it is. You don't have to pay a dime. And everybody's like, what? Like, because this has never happened before in the history of humanity. There's never been a point where, like, hey, do you live in the suburbs of London, and you would like to have people in Poland and Brazil and America listen to what you have to say? That has never happened at any point in the history of humanity, right? And so I'm incredibly thankful for my global platform, right? And I want to keep it, and I want to grow it, right? Well, that means always on culture. That means parasocial relationships. That means grind, right? And that's why he had to make this video, right? And I'm very thankful to him for making it, because because they're like, the people who watch our videos, they know if something's off, they know, right? Like, they are very aware, right? And so, and if you're quiet, you can't keep any secrets today. You just can't. It's tough, right? So what I would encourage you to do is realize people on here doing YouTube, right? And this guy's got 250,000 subscribers, right? I got 3,500, right? But what I think is really fascinating is, if you're here, right, and you watch my videos and give a kind comment, I cannot thank you enough. That is so inspiring. But I get so many people come on here and go, Scott, why are you doing this? Scott, you should never say anything again. Scott, you're wrong. Scott, you're terrible. And I'm just like, hey, man, we're out here. Like, there are no victims here, only volunteers. There absolutely nothing is forcing you to click on the next video. You can go give your time and attention. And if you came on and you said something mean once, okay, whatever. Like, but if you keep coming back and you're like, you're wrong, you're wrong, you're wrong, you're wrong, take a minute and ask yourself, if this guy's wrong and he's terrible and I insult him every day, why do I keep coming back? Right? And at that point, it's on you, right? And so, and I'm just like this guy. Like I have a regular life, I have personal things, but I have to feed the beast, and I work hard to do it. So, and what would make it easier is if you don't like my channel, don't stay. Okay? If you do like my channel, I'm extremely, extremely thankful that you have, that you are here. And a kind comment, I cannot tell you how inspiring it is and how much it means for us to keep moving forward. Every single word you just heard in this video is my humble opinion, nothing more, nothing less. The important part is when I get to hear your humble opinion, when you get in the comments and send your traffic. Please consider like, subscribing, and have a fetch millennium.